In this video, we're going to see how to actually create our own custom application descriptor file within inside IntelliJ IDEA for Air. So if we have our project set up, all we need to do is go over to this little button right here, and that's going to bring up our project structure window. From here, choose modules if it isn't chosen already, and select the specific module that you're going to be working with. You'll notice we have a number of different things here. So the general name of the application, the main class, what its output file name is, and so forth. You'll also see here different dependencies. So here's where we define the SDK, and you can see all the different SWICs there. There are compiler options. The most notable one here is whether you're going to use a debuggable SWIF or not. When you are testing, you're going to want to make sure that that's checked on so that you can actually debug your code as you go along. And here under Android or iOS, they're in both, is application descriptor. So if you notice over on the side here, we have our main class, we have our IML file, which is for IDEA, and that's about it. We don't actually have an XML descriptor file for our application, so we can't define custom things like icons and stuff like that. So what we're going to want to do is change this from generated to custom template. Now, custom template, initially we don't have one, but luckily they have this create button right here. So if we click create, here we can actually name our application descriptor file. We can point to a specific folder, give it a specific version of Adobe Air. We can also provide application properties like ID, name, and version, and choose which platform we're targeting. Is it Android? Is it iOS? And does it auto-orient, or is it a full screen application or not? So all these things are toggleable. In terms of Android, you have a number of different permissions here. So you can choose internet to be able to write to the external storage, camera, and so forth. And iOS, you basically can choose between all devices or whether you're dealing with iPhone or iPad. So you probably want to keep that at all, and you can toggle high resolution on and off here. So once we hit create, it tells us, hey, do you want us to create it for both Android and iOS platforms? So sure, why not? Nothing's actually happened yet. So once we hit OK, now you'll notice that we have that main-app.xml, and if we open that up, here is where we can change all that stuff now, and it's completely under our control. So our version of Air we're using, 17 as of this recording, the application ID, file name, the name of the application, and you can see also it's robustly commented. So I don't even have to go through exactly what these things mean because there are so many comments here that are going to work for us. So that is how you create your application descriptor file for Android or iOS using Adobe Air inside of IntelliJ IDEA.